Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to get started. It's Rod with Powell Group. It is Wednesday, February 23rd. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. In today's private member-only live stream, we're going to be discussing some crucial supports that are coming up for Bitcoin. Before we jump in, make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell to be notified on any future updates. I may make this private member live stream public after the fact because there is a lot of important things that I want to go over and what I'm potentially expecting into the days and weeks ahead. So the crypto space is pulling back along with the broader market. You can see here we're pretty red on the 15-minute time frame on most of our big large cap names in the crypto space. If we take a look at the Bitcoin chart here, we're still seeing weekly consolidation. So we're now 2 weeks in a row of weekly consolidation. We're just looking for a higher low compared to the low at 32,933. We also have the resistance trend line that was acting as support now. So we could even come back down and back test that previous resistance as new support. I could potentially see a double bottom here of 33K. I was calling for 35K ever since we lost 40K. If you remember, I was shouting from the rooftop in the private chat room saying that if we lost 40,000, we were likely going to 35. And we also had an hourly bear flag that had a target of 36,400. And if you look at the pullback here, we hit a low of 36,350. So that perfect measure move from the hourly bear flag was spot on. And like I said, we're just looking for this weekly high or low. We're still in a weekly downtrend, but bulls can attempt a weekly trend change here with the low high of the bounce at 45,855, the low at 32,933. And you can see here we even had these upper wicks signaling that we could see more downside. As soon as we lost the low here at 41,678, that confirmed a weekly consolidation was underway, and we were in a weekly downtrend knowing that we were likely going to see it at some point soon. From the bounce low to the high, we bounced about 40%, so not uncommon to see us start weekly consolidation. But even if you just exited when we began weekly consolidation, that would have saved you about almost 15% of downside. And then the EMAs acted as resistance. So now what we want to see pretty much in all of our major sectors, the difference between SPY right now, the S&P 500, it is not in a weekly downtrend yet. It's on the verge. I'll bring that up in a second, but Bitcoin's a bit weaker. It's already in a weekly downtrend. So this is pretty much what we want to see on all of our names. We want to form a higher low compared to the support there, and then we want to break to a higher high. So if we break 45,855 on Bitcoin, that means that we're going to be looking for a weekly uptrend that would confirm the weekly uptrend, and then we would look for the monthly bounce to get underway. And then what I could potentially see is a lower high and maybe a potential for a type of head and shoulders here on Bitcoin, and then we come down and we roll over at some point into the spring, sometime between April and May if I had to guess. But I think that we could potentially top out here sometime in March, and then we see altcoins go absolutely crazy after Bitcoin starts to retrace. And then if Bitcoin loses monthly supports and confirms monthly downtrends in that head and shoulders that I'll be watching for, then that would signal the start of the bear market. And at that point, I'll be pretty much all out. I don't hold any Bitcoin at the moment. My biggest holdings are XRP, XLM, Litecoin, and Link. And I'm going to be looking to unload a lot of that crypto. I own more crypto than any other asset at the moment, so any more than tech or MJ stocks. And like I said, once we get Bitcoin to see this monthly bounce get underway, that's what I'm going to be watching for, a weekly uptrend to confirm, and then we'll watch for the monthly bounce. Of course, that could all be invalidated if we break to a lower low and the S&P 500 confirms a weekly downtrend. That's likely going to be short-term trouble. But like I said, wouldn't be completely surprised if we came back down here and back tested this support and this previous resistance trend line, and also intersecting there with the 33K support level. So I could see a bit more downside. We're not completely out of the woods yet. We also need to change the daily trend, and we're nowhere near changing the daily trend. We have the low, we're starting the daily bounce now. So what bulls want to see is a big of a bounce as possible, maybe top out around EMA 26, come down, form a higher low, followed by a higher high. That'll give us our daily uptrend. Then we zoom out to the weekly. The weekly bounce will be underway, and then we'll want to see the exact same thing with a higher low and higher high, confirm weekly uptrends. And then on the monthly time frame, we'll look for that lower high and a potential for a rollover there. A lot of people are thinking that we're in a bear market for the most part. But there's also a lot of people who are thinking, I'd say 50% of people are expecting us to go to new all-time highs. Personally, I'm not of that line of thinking. I think that Bitcoin is topping out here, and it's already starting a bear market. And like I said, I'm going to be anticipating a monthly lower high. You could smash the like, subscribe to the channel on your way out. I would appreciate the support. And take care. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Powell Group, and we'll see you in the next video.